adjust the camera angle real quick. Yeah, let me do that. I'm gonna put up a poll real quick, excuse me. Sorry, not a poll, a Q&A thing. Alright, there we go. There we go, okay. Let me move this, charger out of the way. I've got my phone. Why do I have my phone connected to the charger? It's at 100%. Let me take that off the charger. Excuse the, violent wobbling. There we go. I'm going to be reading from my Bible again, doing a little more catch-up before I go to bed around midnight or so. I did not do as much reading during my shift as I expected. I didn't have as much downtime as usual. Excuse the camera shaking. But I'm going to read anyway. I already started Leviticus 26, so I'll just start where I left off in verse 3. And we're going to go through chapter 27. So 26:3 to 27:34. And then I'll probably turn the stream off or, whatever. All right, let's go ahead and get started. If you walk in my statutes and keep my commandments so as to do them, then I shall give you rains in their season, so that the land will give forth its produce, and the trees of the field will give forth their fruit. Indeed, your threshing will last for you until grape gathering, and grape gathering will last until sowing time. You will thus eat your food to the full and live securely in your land. I shall also give you peace in the land, so that you may lie down, with no one making you tremble. I shall also eliminate wild beasts from the land, and no sword will pass through your land. But you will pursue your enemies, and they will fall before you by the sword. And 5 of you will pursue 100, and 100 of you will pursue 10,000, and your enemies will fall before you by the sword. So I will turn towards you and make you fruitful and multiply you, and I will confirm my covenant with you. And you will eat the old supply and clear out the old because of the new. Moreover, I will make my dwelling among you, and my soul will not loathe you. I will also walk among you and be your God, and you shall be my people. I am Yahweh your God, who brought you out of the land of Egypt, so that you would not be their slaves, and I broke the bars of your yoke and made you walk erect. Hello. How are y'all? What do you mean, can you help with? Are you offering to help me with something? I'm not sure exactly what you could help with, but if maybe offer some suggestions and I'll be able to tell you. Where was I? But if you do not obey me and do not do all these commandments, if instead you reject my statutes, and if your soul loathes my judgments, so as not to do all my commandments, and so break my covenant, I in turn will do this to you. I will appoint over you a sudden terror, consumption and fever that will waste away the eyes and cause the soul to pine away. Also, you will sow your seed uselessly, for your enemies will eat it up. And I will set my face against you, so that you will be defeated before your enemies, and those who hate you will have dominion over you, and you will flee when no one is pursuing you. That reminds me of Judges. Reminds me of Judges that we were reading the other day. Where was I? Verse 18. If also after these things you do not obey me, then I will discipline you 7 times more for your sins. I will also break down your pride of strength. I will also give your sky over to become like iron and your earth like bronze, and your power will be spent uselessly. For your land will not give forth its produce, and the trees of the land will not give forth their fruit. If then you walk in hostility against me and are unwilling to obey me, I will increase the plague on you 7 times according to your sins, and I will send out among you the beasts of the field, which will bereave you of your children, and cut down your cattle, and reduce your number, so that your roads lie desolate. And if by these things you do not accept my discipline, but walk in hostility against me, then I will walk in hostility against you, and I, even I, will strike you 7 times for your sins. I will also bring upon you a sword, which will execute vengeance for the covenant. And when you gather together in your cities, I will send pestilence among you, so that you shall be given over into enemy hands. When I break your staff of bread, 10 women will bake your bread in one oven, and they will bring back your bread by rationed weight, so that you will eat and not become full. Yet, if in spite of this you do not obey me, but walk in hostility against me, then I will walk in wrathful hostility against you, and I, even I, will discipline you 7 times for your sins. Further, you will eat the flesh of your sons, and the flesh of your daughters you will eat. I then will destroy your high places, and cut down your incense altars, and give your corpses to lie on the corpses of your idols, for my soul shall loathe you. And I will give your cities over as a waste, and will make your sanctuaries desolate, and I will not smell your soothing aromas. And I will make the land desolate, so that your enemies who inhabit it will themselves feel desolate because of it. You, however, I will scatter among the nations, and will draw out a sword after you, as your land becomes desolate, and your cities become waste. Then the land will make up for its Sabbaths all the days of the desolation, and you will be in your enemy's land. Then the land will rest and make up for its Sabbaths. All the days of its desolation it will observe the rest which it did not observe on your Sabbaths, while you were living on it. As for those of you who may remain, I will also bring weakness into their hearts in the lands of their enemies. And the sound of a driven leaf will pursue them, and even when no one is pursuing, they will flee as though from the sword, and they will fall. They will therefore stumble over each other as if running from the sword, although no one is pursuing, and you will have no strength to stand up before your enemies. But you will perish among the nations, and your enemy's land will consume you. So those of you who may remain will rot away in their iniquity in the lands of your enemies, and also in the iniquities of their fathers they will rot away with them. If they confess their iniquity and the iniquity of their fathers, if their unfaithfulness which they committed against me, and also how they walked in hostility against me, I also was walking in hostility against them, to bring them into the land of their enemies. Or if their uncircumcised heart becomes humbled, so that they then make up for their iniquity, then I will remember my covenant with Jacob, and I will remember also my covenant with Isaac, and my covenant with Abraham as well, and I will remember the land. For the land will be forsaken by them, and will make up for its Sabbaths, while it is made desolate without them. They, meanwhile, will be making up for their iniquity, because they rejected my judgments, and their soul loathed my statutes. Yet in spite of this, when they are in the land of their enemies, I will not reject them, nor will I so loathe them as to bring an end to them, breaking my covenant with them, for I am Yahweh their God. But I will remember for them the covenant of their ancestors, whom I brought out of the land of Egypt in the sight of the nations, that I might be their God. I am Yahweh. These are the statutes and judgments and laws which Yahweh has given to be between himself and the sons of Israel by the hand of Moses at Mount Sinai. Well, that makes you want to be very serious about following what he commands. Let's see here. Amanda Hartline says, Evelyn Evan? I'm Not sure what that means. I assume that's a name. Alrighty. Alright. I'm gonna read one more chapter, and then we'll see where it goes from there. Chapter 27. This is the last chapter of Leviticus. Then Yahweh spoke to Moses, saying, Speak to the sons of Israel, and say to them, When a man makes a difficult vow, he shall be valued according to your valuation of persons belonging to Yahweh. If your valuation is of the male from 20 years, even to 60 years old, then your valuation shall be 50 shekels of silver, according to the shekel of the sanctuary. Let me just look at my measurements in the back here. A shekel, half a ounce. 50 shekels, that's 25 ounces of silver, which today is about $2,500. It's a lot of silver. Or if it is a female, then your valuation shall be 30 shekels. So that is $1,500 worth of silver. If it be from 5 years even to 20 years old, then your valuation for the male shall be 20 shekels, and for female, 10 shekels. So $1,000, $500 worth of silver. But if they are from a month, even up to 5 years old, then your valuation shall be 5 shekels of silver for the male, and for the female your valuation shall be 3 shekels of silver. So $250 and $150. If they are from 60 years old and upward, if it is a male, then your valuation shall be 15 shekels, which is $750. And for the female, 10 shekels, which is $500. But if he is poorer than your valuation, then he shall be presented before the priest, and the priest shall value him according to the means of the one who vowed. The priest shall value him. Now, if it is an animal of the kind which man can bring near as an offering to Yahweh, any such that one gives to Yahweh shall be holy. He shall not replace it or exchange it, a good for a bad or a bad for a good. Or if he does exchange animal for animal, then both it and its substitute shall become holy. If, however, it is any unclean animal of the kind which men do not bring near as an offering to Yahweh, then he shall present the animal before the priest. The priest shall value it as either good or bad. As you, the priest, value it, so it shall be. But if he should ever wish to redeem it, then he shall add 1/5 of it to your valuation. Now, if a man sets his house apart as holy to Yahweh, then the priest shall value it as either good or bad. As the priest values it, so it shall stand. Yet if the one who sets it apart as holy should wish to redeem his house, then he shall add 1/5 of your valuation price to it, so that it may be his. Again, if a man sets apart as holy to Yahweh a portion of the fields of his own possession, then your valuation shall be proportionate to the seed needed for it, a homer of barley seed at 50 shekels of silver. Let me see what a homer is real quick. I should just put a marker in this page so I can get to it more easily. If I remember correctly, it's like a couple gallons, but I don't know that for sure. What's the... Oh, homer. 6.5 bushels. A bushel is 4 gallons. So, 4 times 6, 24. 26 gallons. 26 gallons of barley seed is worth $2,500. Interesting. If he sets apart his field as holy from the year of Jubilee, according to your valuation, it shall stand. If he sets apart his field as holy after the Jubilee, however, then the priest shall calculate the price for him proportionate to the years that are left until the year of Jubilee, and it shall be deducted from your valuation. If the one who sets it apart as holy should ever wish to redeem the field, then he shall add 1/5 of your valuation price to it, so that it may stand as his own. Now I'm second guessing myself. I think a bushel is actually 2 gallons. Or is it 8? Maybe, yeah, 8 quarts, which is 2 gallons. I'm not sure. I don't recall now. I'll have to look that up because I don't remember. Where was I? If the one who sets it apart as holy should ever wish to redeem the field, then he shall add 1/5 to your valuation price to it, so that it may stand as his own. Yet, if he will not redeem the field, but has sold the field to another man, it may no longer be redeemed. And it will be that when it reverts in the Jubilee, the field shall be holy to Yahweh, like a field that is devoted. It shall be for the priest as his possession. Or, if he sets apart as holy to Yahweh a field which he has bought, which is not a portion of the field of his own possession, then the priest shall calculate for him the amount of your valuation up to the year of Jubilee, and he shall on that day give your valuation as holy to Yahweh. In the year of Jubilee, the field shall return to the one from whom he bought it, to whom the possession of the land belongs. Every valuation of yours, moreover, shall be according to the shekel of the sanctuary. The shekel shall be 20 gerahs. Let me look at that again, real quick. What is a gerah? Because I think the shekel of the sanctuary is different from a regular shekel, so I might have been wrong in all those other measurements I gave you. A gerah is what is that? 0.025 ounces. 2.5%. 2.5. That's 40 times that is an ounce. Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. Okay. So it's the same thing. Those measurements add up. Where was I? The shekel shall be 20 gerahs. However, a firstborn among animals, which as a firstborn belongs to Yahweh, no man may set it apart as holy, whether ox or sheep, it is Yahweh's. But if it is among the unclean animals, then he shall ransom it according to your valuation, and add to it 1/5 of it. And if it is not redeemed, then it shall be sold according to your valuation. Nevertheless, anything which a man devotes to Yahweh, out of all that he has, of man or animal, or of the fields of his own possession, shall not be sold or redeemed. Anything devoted to destruction is most holy to Yahweh. No one who may have been devoted among men shall be ransomed. He shall surely be put to death. Thus, all the tithe of the land, of the seed of the land, or of the fruit of the tree, belongs to Yahweh. It is holy to Yahweh. If therefore a man wishes to redeem part of his tithe, he shall add to it 1/5 of it. For every 10th part of herd or flock, whatever passes under the rod, the 10th one shall be holy to Yahweh. He shall not inquire whether it is good or bad, nor shall he exchange it. Or if he does exchange it, then both it and its substitute shall become holy. It shall not be redeemed. These are the commandments which Yahweh commanded Moses for the sons of Israel at Mount Sinai. And that is Leviticus. And technically, in order to be caught up, I need to do 3 more chapters in Numbers, but I will do that tomorrow. It's nearly midnight, and I want to get to sleep. I have this little Q&A thing here. It's not really for questions and answers. It's more just to notify y'all. I kind of wanted to get a little more engagement in this video, see if I could get a whole bunch of likes. So I'm doing, if I get 10 likes, I will eat Smarties with ketchup. I do have Smarties, and I do have ketchup. However, I have not gotten to 10 likes. I'm not quite there. So it looks like I will not be doing that today. However, this same thing, I think, will happen for my next stream whenever I do that. So I think that's all I'm going to do for tonight. I started a little bit later than normal because my family watched a movie together, and then I got to my walk way later than intended, and so I got back really late. Let me get this thing out of my way. I can't see my face. There we go. So yeah, anyway, I would have gone longer for this stream, but it's midnight, basically, and I need to be getting to bed. I gotta work tomorrow again, so... Alright, I am going to end this now. We all have a good night. God bless.